Happy Halloween! I did it. I dressed up for you guys. And I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys are celebrating this year. There's something about this Halloween that feels good. I've got some candy to give out tonight. So I'm going to do a quick special. And before I get started, I will make a couple announcements. And so the timestamps will be up after the live, so you can skip forward to them. But I just want to announce the winners today of the Happy Birthday Libra. And I also want to do a quick promo. So how are you guys doing? Jean, Abigail, Pixie, we're doing a special today, Halloween special. It's going to be a quick one. The Allsigns afterwards is going to be quick too, because I want to be done by 4:35 so I can make sure I get to the kiddos. I'm excited. There's lots of kids in this neighborhood, so I love it. Right. So happy birthday to all the Scorpios that are born today. You guys are amazing. But I'm a November Scorpio, right? But you guys are pretty cool. You get Halloween, so that's kind of no fair. I get Thanksgiving, right? But anyways, hello to everybody that's coming in. Make sure you bring your energy, your signs, who you're cross-watching. Say hi. This is a good energy in this chat room, and we keep it that way. We like to invite people, no judgment, and no negative energy. We understand. If you got something to say, we'll talk to you about it, but let's have a good time. All right. This can be, the holiday seasons can be a little bit rough for some people, and we do take that into, I do anyways. I'm sending love to all of you. Anyway, I fit into it. I couldn't believe it. So I do want to announce it. If you say happy birthday to Scorpio on any video or anybody's birthday during the season we're in, and right now it is Scorpio, you can go ahead and say that on this video, and you'll be put into a contest. Every month I give away a free reading. This month is, last month was Libra. And then Scorpio came in and stole the torch from you. But the winner of Happy Birthday Libra is Anne 17439. So this is what comes up for me when I'm searching through the community posts and community spotlights, is how I do it. I do look to see who is the most comments. I put a bunch of things into consideration. Of course, I do want to shake it up because some people put a lot in, and they've already had a reading, and so I do need to take that into consideration. But that doesn't mean that you could not win again. So do not stop saying happy birthday, right? And so happy birthday to Anne 17439. I will announce it again on the community tab. So just email me your question anytime, and I'll get to it ASAP. And thank you for all the support and love you give to this channel. You do post a lot and comment a lot on the videos. So thank you very much. Now, the second one is a weird announcement. Okay, don't normally do this. Now, this company has been reached out to me for probably about a year and a half, 2 years. I don't like to promote on my channel as much because this is it's a fun channel, and it's just, I don't know, promotion kind of scares me. Anyways, and I even have my own stuff that I like to promote too, but it does scare me. I don't like to swarm my channel with that. But these guys are amazing. And it took me about 2 years to finally agree. And the quality, it is Otter Spirit. And for 30% off, you can, $99 and over, you can use the links that are shown here to get a discount. And you can also use 20% under $99 to get a discount. Now, I am wearing their bracelets. Now, they don't realize that the ones they sent me are so in tune with my signs and my placements. I was awed by that. These are authentic crystals they use, and they send you exactly what they're about. And the ones I'm wearing are for Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo. Even one of them is for Cancer too. But I have Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, and Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, which was funny to me because I'm a Libra, Leo rising in Vedic, and I'm a Scorpio, Virgo rising in tropical. So for them to know that and to send this orange Abertine, Unikite, and leopard skin was pretty amazing for Halloween. It's like a really great birthday gift for me. So again, these guys, the quality, and I want you to know every dollar per product that they that they sell, they donate to the wild sea otters. That got me. All right, that is, I think, what sold me the most. Also, is because I'm by the ocean, of course, and the manatees and things like that. I just see what goes on, and if you saw all the scars on the manatees, you'd be like, you know. But so I love it that their money they're donating to a good cause. Okay. And so, like I said, I don't normally promote, but these guys, I don't know, they got me. They got me good. And I hope that you will check out their products. And now, with that being said, back to the show. I'm so not good at that. All right, guys. So, hello. Let's get started. All right. So, Aries is going to be starting off a little bit different here. So I will have to. Does anybody know the timestamp? If anybody could find me the timestamp for when I started the Otter promo and when I started the announcement for the winner, I would love you guys. That would be amazing because I didn't get that. I was too busy chatting. All right. So 7, and we are going to look at who's rising from the grave today. Who is rising up from the grave for Aries? Aries, 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 Aries. All right. Thank you. I did my best. Tried fitting into it. It was a little tight, but I got it. All right. Trick or treat. I have seen the scars on the manatees too, and I never realized it until I actually got close to them. Aries. So we're doing a quickie today. This is going to be a fun one. All right. These are obviously what the title says. So I don't want to hear any complaining when we're talking about an ex or past person. I am Wednesday Addams today, so I can say it as it is, right? Scorpio energy. It's all a part of the costume, right? Nothing to do with me being Scorpio. But all right. Awesome. All right. Thank you. All right. Yes, we probably are. So please be on guard. Aries, 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 Aries. Who is rising up and coming back? Who's still haunted by you? Will they return? Again, that is the title, Aries. So if you're looking for new, you know, this might not be your live today. This is the Day of the Dead, right? So we have the 3 of Pentacles showing up right here at the bottom of the deck. So this could be somebody that you still kind of work with, you're around, you have the same friends, or you guys share a lot in common. So whether it's like you guys went to school together, the same thing, or you just do the same things, hobbies, work in the same professional field, that kind of energy too. So it is an earthy energy. And I am seeing underneath here the 2 of Swords. It's really pressing on this person, the choices that they may have made. They may have been indecisive in the past and caused you a lot of grief. You know, it seemed like you guys were fighting this connection. You knew something was there. They knew something, but they may have chose to back off a little bit because they just were so indecisive, or you may have chose to finally throw the towel in, right? But it doesn't mean that you're not still haunted by this, or they're not still haunted by this. All right. So let's see your person. All right. We are looking at this, the 7 of Wands. A very defensive, fiery energy is showing up. All right. So they may have felt like you were right about a lot of things, but they could have felt the pressure and could have felt at time and time again, really pressured or attacked by you and felt like you weren't hearing them. All right. So they were being very defensive. But the thing is the 5 of Wands that's showing up for you you knew this person, what this person wanted, and they may have triggered you. Like they'd call you up just to see if you were around. They would let you know their presence was still there. So then you would come around, you know, and then it'd be like, what the hell? As soon as you thought things were okay, you wanted things to move forward, you just felt like this person would push you away. right? It was just a game, and it was frustrating because it's not typical of this person is what I'm getting. I'm getting that they typically get along. You guys get along together, work well together, and it just threw you off because you were ready to go at any time, with this person. A lot of intensity here. So what was their challenge, their problem? And I see the World card, all right? They may have been still working on a chapter in their life, trying to figure out what they wanted, whether it was work, I was putting my successes first, I was putting my career first. There may have been distance or travel between the two of you, and you guys may have seen each other once in a while when traveling, or they would make time for this connection. But it always seemed like you weren't the first one on their to-do list, right? They always had to go or do something, right? So I do feel like the challenge was they just were in the middle of something in their life that they were really working hard to do or hard for. And this could even be that they were in a relationship, trying to deal with getting out of a relationship, or they weren't sure where they were, whether they wanted to be in a relationship or not at this point, if it was practical for them. So how did they view you? I see the Devil card. You had a grip on this person. All right. So I am getting Capricorn energy. I have a Saturnian energy, so it could be really strong. 11/11 when I said that. Aquarius, and Aquarius and Capricorn is definitely coming in. And you have fire. So earth and fire for those of you. I'll look at Aries through Pisces real quick. But I am seeing you got a grip on this person. This person still wonders if they made the right choice. You guys have very strong sexual connection. They may have thought it was just supposed to be sexual. Maybe you guys just got together once in a while. But then you just, you got, it seems like you got tired of it. And I am seeing here, though, that they still got their grip. You got a grip on them, and they may show up. They may show back up into your life. When I see the World card and the Devil card, this gives me a karmic-y energy, and it tells me that something was never completed. There was too many questions left unanswered. Okay, so somebody here still wants to see what you're up to. Now let's look at Aries through Pisces and see. All right, I'm going to try different cards to see what I get, what I feel. All right, and what Spirit has for you. So I'm trying to use my Halloweeny card. A Halloweeny. All right, let's see. Aries through Pisces. All right. All right, Aries. There's intense chemistry in your connection, whoever's in your field right now, whoever's still haunted by you guys. All right, and this is what I'll say in your reading, the Devil card. I mean, there's no doubt about it, and that can be really mind messing. You know what I mean? It's like, I know there's so much chemistry. Why wouldn't you want to give up everything to have this chemistry? But chemistry can be short-lived too. And the thing is, there's a lot of highs and a lot of lows when it comes to this kind of energy. All right, so there is no doubt that you guys are not drawn together. There is a strong sexual energy with you, and especially another Aries. Taurus, we are seeing they fear change and want things to stay the same. How coincidental, you know what I'm saying, all right? But we are seeing they fear change. They just don't like things to change too fast, Aries. And you are like, let's go, right? You got Mars right behind you. They've got Venus, right? They just want to take their time and, enjoy the scenery. And, sometimes that might frustrate you. So I am seeing that the block that you're having with them is, or you did have with them, is that they just want things to always stay the same. So they want their cake and eat it too, it sounds like. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't want to create any destruction over here. I don't want to change my schedule, but I do want you to try and fit yours to mine. Get out of here. That ain't working for me, and it's not working for you, right? But really what it comes down to is the Taurus just was being stubborn, and they really were afraid to change things, alter. Everything was finally comfortable in their life, and then you come in with this fire, and they're like, it kind of terrified them. Gemini, we are seeing they are in love with you. All right. So Gemini, I don't care what they're saying. You've got a Gemini in your energy who absolutely adores you, thinks you're gorgeous, handsome, whatever word you want to use. But I am seeing enamored here. All right. So there is a strong connection, whatever's going on, even if there's a little devilish energy, there's no doubt that you didn't get your hooks in them. Cancer, we're seeing they're working on healing their own wounds. All right. So they may have been going through a lot when you guys were trying to connect. They may have been leaving an ex or dealing with grief in their life or whatever, right? And so it does seem like they still think about you. It gives me that 4 of Cups energy. I'm just shut down. I can't give you what you need, but I definitely still feel your energy. Leo, it's their turn to chase you. All right, leave them, let them be. They may be coming around to kind of like hit a like button on your social media, you know, just to kind of tease you. All right, let Leo be. It's their time to chase you. So if they hit like, don't get all excited and start going, you know, oh my God, you know, I knew you were going to come around, right? Because that's what Leo wants, all right? And don't do it. Because I know the passion and the chemistry between the two of you might be real, but the thing is they're going to do the same thing. You're going to start chasing them. They just want you to chase them, all right? And not every Leo's like that, all right? But that's the ex-Leo I'm picking up on, okay? So my Leos, I love you. You know that. You know I love you. All right, Virgo, all right? They're too slow and stagnant. They can't make a decision. The Virgo is just, you know, they get themselves onto something. They think about something and they stay on it. This one here just was too cautious. All right. And, you know, they just weren't moving at your pace and it wasn't passionate enough for you. So why were you trying and trying again? It's not that they didn't think you were beautiful, gorgeous, whatever, or they wanted to be with you. But the thing is that their energy is their energy and they're very cautious and very slow. And it was driving you crazy. All right, so the chemistry just wasn't working. That's all it was. Libra, we're seeing they sabotage the relationship, so they got some things of their own that they have to take care of. Aries, all right, you know, and we all do. So everybody's got their turn, all right. And right now, your Libra here seems to have their turn. It's like, you know, when things are going good, they hit the stop button. Okay, they got some, you know, healing to do. Scorpio, we're seeing they're with you for the wrong reasons. The devil card is written all over this card. All right. So you and an Aries, it's very sexual. It's very, maybe they're with you because you support them. I don't know, but this is definitely saying whoever's connected, if the Scorpio comes back into your life and you already know this, all right, they're coming back for the wrong reasons. All right. Either they don't want to be alone or, you know, they just want somebody to warm their bed. Sagittarius, they feel a deep connection with you. All right, Sag is not going to let go of you. You and Sag have built something over the years, or you've built something recently. But as Sagittarius, you've definitely triggered some change in their DNA, right, or whatever. You just have done something to activate your Sagittarius. Capricorn, your intuition is noticing the red flags. They're all over your Capricorn, all right? And they haven't changed, all right? So they may come back with new promises, right? Or rise up and say, hey, you know, because they're single again. But the red flags are still there. All right, Aquarius, we're seeing they suffer seeing you happy with another. So every time you start to move on or you're happy, and if you're in a relation right now and you're super happy, Aquarius, don't sabotage the relationship for, Aries for an Aquarius coming back in, because it just seems like they get jealous. They get jealous and see you happy. So now they want what they don't have. Pisces, intimacy with them isn't what it used to be. It died out. All right. You and Pisces, it just died out. All right. Things, and that's just it. Boom. All right. All right. This is going to drive me crazy. So I know she has a middle part, but it's not working for me. Huh. All right. I got a dorky part. I can't even see it. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one. All right. All right. So let's go. We're moving on to Taurus. All right. So remember, these are fun ones today. Try not to get triggered by anything I'm saying. We're looking at X's. So we are looking at possibility of, you know, somebody that you know has done you wrong or has hurt you in some way. So, and maybe not, maybe just kind of wasn't ready for a relationship. All right. So let's see. All right, Taurus. Sorry, I didn't turn the banner over. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Right, Taurus. Thank you. I'm not supposed to be smiling with her, but I gotta smile so you guys don't get mad when it's. All right. All right. Let's see. Taurus. All right. So you got Cancer energy showing up. You definitely have somebody returning. And the good news is somebody's returning a lot better than the way things were. So something may have shifted or changed Taurus in your person's life. We've got this, you know, this is somebody that you may find themselves constantly in a bunch of challenges in their life, but they get through it. But when they're going through it, they seem to, when it rains, it pours, right? So this person may take it out on everybody that's around them, or close off, or, you know, or just, it just seems like, wow, another time, another bump in the road, right? But I do feel like this is a return. Somebody has, worked on themselves, or somebody has gotten through a situation in their life that they are now feeling like the road is clear. All right, so you have a really good energy coming towards you. All right, Cancerian energy. So let's see your person. The Sun card. All right, so it's not so bad, you know, they returned from the grave. It's not so bad. All right, we got a brand new renewal here. This to me is like the return of Christ. I love it on the day. Right, I love you. I love you, God. All right, the Sun card. We are seeing here, though, somebody here, Leo energy. I'm getting a Leo Cancer, maybe Leo Cancer cusper. All right, right. And I'm seeing somebody here really wants to reconcile with you. And so that word gets thrown around a lot, but this does feel like, hey, we had a really good friendship, or I really enjoy your company. I really did enjoy, I don't know why things went down the way they did. Maybe this person was going through something else, like I said, and you guys just weren't meshing, right? Or you had a falling out, who knows? But you care, they care about you. This is somebody that cares about you. This is somebody that sees you, sees your light, you know, and sees the love you have to give. And, you know, so there's this beautiful energy of, even if it starts off as friendship, you know, I've grown since the last time you've seen me, is what I'm getting. All right. And let's see what the problem is, what the challenge was. The Ace of Cups. All right. So it was very unrequited back in the day, or whatever this was. They weren't sure what they wanted. All right. They weren't focused as much on love, Taurus, as they were on the other challenges they were having in life. All right. And I don't know, for some of you, there's a child. There could have been a child involved. There's somebody could have been pregnant. Who knows? That could be for some of you. But I am seeing, though, that they couldn't, you know, and either they were going through something themselves where they needed to focus on their own self-healing, self-love, but this was unrequited. This was one-sided at one point. Maybe you guys were friends and, you know, you were wanting something more, you know, you guys seemed like it could go into something more, but then every time it started to go into something more, you know, it was like, all right, something happens. Isn't that weird? Something happens. So it kind of sounds like, you know, just not ready, but we're going to sabotage it right before it gets there. All right, so how do they view you? All right, the High Priestess. All right, so they may know or feel you in their presence. So if you guys are snooping, you know, you guys are paying attention to their social media, or you're keeping tabs on them, you know, they may feel your presence. They may know. You have a lot of major arcana in this reading, so it feels like this relationship is being spiritually guided. So for whatever it's worth, it does feel like you had a good friendship. You had, you know, you really respected one another. So even though things didn't turn maybe the way you wanted it to, or they really wanted to start something with you, but they held back and didn't tell you how they felt, it feels like, you know, they may be getting the courage up with this energy to return and see where things can go. All right. They do view you as very mysterious, unique, different than their norm. You're very intuitive. There's something about your energy that pulls them towards you. All right. And, you know, I kind of got that energy for you when I was doing one of your readings too this week. So this seems to be really a theme right now for you. Somebody really being pulled in and stepping up. All right. And it doesn't feel like you really have to do anything but be silent and observe. All right. So let's see Aries through Pisces, and let's get the hidden truth. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to shake the cards up. You have Pisces energy showing up too. Cancer, sorry. Cancer is very strong in this relationship, but it definitely could be a Pisces as well. But you have, whoever this is for is a strong Cancer, Leo cusp, Leo rising, Leo moon, or, you know, some way like that. All right, Aries through Pisces. Aries, all right. We're more alike than I want to admit, all right? We're both kind of stubborn, and you know, you guys are, you know, so even though you're earthy, they're air, you guys are still kind of like, you know, spunky, right? And say what you got to say. You don't let, you know, Taurus might hold back a little bit more and be a little bit, you know, reserved about it, but you guys have a lot in common. And it seems like you guys were both stubborn and neither of you wanted to admit or break down. And it could have been an ego battle between the two. Taurus, I've been here before with others, right? So your Taurus here feels like something triggered them in this relationship. You guys were arguing about something, or you guys, they thought something in this connection that was reminding them of a past relationship. And it may have triggered your Taurus to kind of pull back and, you know, kind of scare off a little bit. Gemini, I know more than you think. All right. So Gemini keeping tabs of you. All right. So they're asking about you and they're, you know, they may be playing silent with you, but they know what's going on. And if you are hiding something from your Gemini, they know it's, they are telling me here that I know what you're doing. I know what's going on. All right. So Cancer, I know you don't feel the same. All right. So Cancer is feeling like maybe you don't feel the same way about them anymore, or maybe at the time you really thought you were into it, but you gave them some vibe that this could have been just a passerby, you know, a short-lived relationship. You may have wanted something more. So they may have read you wrong. And so they just feel like maybe you don't feel the same way anymore, especially if they did something to hurt you. They may think that you might not come back from that. All right, Leo, I would do it all again. You and Leo, all right? You and Leo seem to have some sort of connection here where, you know, whatever it was that you did that was fun, they would do it again, or whatever it was that you did, if it was a long relationship, or, you know, hopefully it's nothing negative. But to me, in your reading today, it's a positive reading. So I am seeing that they would give this another shot. Virgo, I wish we could go back. I really do. I wish we could fix things. I wish, you know, I would have did or said something I should have said. You know, for whatever it's worth, I wish we could go back. Libra, I'm seeing, I still feel the pain. All right. So Libra is definitely still grieving you, still angry or upset. Right. So they might not be in your, they might not be in contact with you, but feeling the pain means they felt love. They felt, and they still do. All right. But they're still trying to process it. Scorpio, I trusted you. All right. So Scorpio's trusting you, and that's a big one. All right. So I don't know if you betrayed them or if you've triggered them, or, you know, they're just trying, you know, to, maybe your Scorpio just wasn't ready. I don't know, but they have trust issues. Okay. And it can go either way. But it does feel like Scorpio is saying, I really trusted this connection. I trusted you, and something that happened just is not sitting right. Sagittarius, I'm sorry. So Sagittarius is aware that they may have done you wrong, or done something wrong, said something wrong, you know, or got something started they shouldn't have, whatever it is. They are feeling very apologetic. Capricorn, I hope I will see you again sometime. So a Capricorn still is smitten with you. All right. So Capricorn is hoping you guys just run into each other, or some, you know, organically. Aquarius, I still have feelings for you. All right, so Aquarius could be popping up. You know, they're not letting go that easy either. You guys are tied. We maybe a soul contract that needs to be completed. Pisces, I don't know how to let you go. All right, I don't know how to let you go. All right, so that's clear with Pisces. All right, how you like the reading? All right. All right, let's see, Gemini. Let's do this, 29. Ooh, we're getting solid numbers today. I like it. For some reason, we're doing solid numbers. All right, thank you. Awesome. I love it. Please like, and subscribe. You guys, your energies, your prayers, your support. Right? Small little wins here on my channel, but we're getting there. All right, you guys, really, really. When I'm looking at you guys, I don't know. You guys are rocking it, though. So many hypes going on. I don't know what it's doing, but let's see. Gemini. Woohoo. Gemini, I love you guys. Gemini is going to get a break here soon because the dang Uranus is going to go back into Taurus. Right? So maybe you'll get a break from whatever the hell that all that squabble was, you know. It was like a zing, you know. It's like, what the hell, you know, because a lot of you guys, I don't know what was going on, but on my channel I could tell that something was affecting you. All right, woohoo, Ellie. Let's go. All right. So you have a Virgo energy around you, Gemini. Virgo here. They may be keeping distance from you. They're trying to do their work, right? They're just, you know, we've gone, maybe you guys it's been a long time. I don't know. It could be a long time you've seen this person. It could be a long time you've been on this road with this person. This person could have ghosted you. They've gone silent. It's showing me, though, it's somebody here that's really trying to figure out their way. All right. And they're still reflecting. And you're still a part of their journey. And this person is not or has not let you go. All right. So let's see what they're going to do about this, too. Right, it does look like they are working on or want to be seen again. So they may come out of hiding here, but let's not jump the gun. All right. So we have your person, 4 of Wands. All right. So I don't know if there's something you guys have shared, some sort of time together where you get together. There was a family reunion. There was an event that, maybe some of you guys had a house together, lived together, or you have your anniversaries coming up or something big, right? But this person, it seems to be something big coming up from them. So I don't know if Scorpio season's their birthday. We have Thanksgiving too. I don't know if you shared something about that, but we are seeing thoughts of reunion, thoughts of, celebrations that have happened are on this person's mind. And it's somebody that you may have shared many moments with or a strong moment with. So you may have felt like this was the one. You guys may have been, getting ready to get married. You could have been engaged, talking about it, or you just really, both of you really felt like this was going somewhere because your person was serious. All right. So what was their challenge? All right. The 9 of Wands. All right. This person, it feels like, gets overwhelmed easy. All right. They do have their walls up, very guarded energy. This is somebody that's always seems to be stressed out, prepared for a battle, on guard. You guys may have, it looks as though this person, Hermit card and 9 of Wands, has been through some fire. All right. And of course, they're tough. There's somebody you want on their side when you go out into battle, though. Right. But at the same time, this person sort of feels like, I just feel like I don't know, I want to give up, or I'm in the place where I just don't know if I have the energy to push forward anymore. But, this person does to me feel like there's somebody that doesn't sit well to give up on a situation. But if this has been an ongoing stressful battle between the two of you, this person is really, kind of sitting back going, do I want to completely let go of this? Maybe the silence and the distance between us will help simmer the fire. But you are dealing with somebody here that is burnt, or has been burnt and is just feeling like, I don't know, the fire's almost out. All right. So let's see the way they view you. All right. The Knight of Cups. This person had love for you. This person had a lot of love for you. Okay. And their heart still is in it with you, but that's why it hurts them. That's why it looks like they're kind of run down. Do we want to do this again? So I do feel like, Gemini, you have somebody lurking around that would give something another go, one more go. And before you guys completely give up, it's like, we've come this far, and so there could be an important memory that's coming up for this person that's getting this person to reminisce and want to be together with you. Now, this is also just an energy, too, of somebody who's been dealing with a lot of pressure or stress when it comes to home life, right? And so they've been holding back. It's been a setback for you, Gemini. But the Knight of Cups is telling me this person does want to physically, their heart is pulling them to make a connection with you, to open up, to invite you into their life. All right. So I see messages actually with your person coming towards you, and it could be a water energy, but somebody is, has fallen for you deeper than you realize. All right. So let's take a look, Aries through Pisces. Let's see what I get. Wednesday. I'm Wednesday today. I'm Scorpio Moon today. That's going to be my nickname. It should be Scorpio Moon Tarot. Right? I think somebody may have taken that, I'm sure. This is the winner announcement, in case you're wondering what that is. All right. Let's see. To me, Scorpio Moon, everybody who has Scorpio Moon, if you know me long enough, you know that I've always said like Wednesday Addams has a Scorpio Moon. you know. All right, let's see. Aries through Pisces for Gemini. All right, Aries. I pretend that I don't care. All right. I pretend that I don't care. And it's going to get worse. You know, the more you pretend like you don't care about something, the vibrations, the law of vibration, energy, dynamics, and all that. I mean, you try harder when you do weird things when you pretend you don't care. Right. And so eventually you're going to get caught. So just keep that in mind. You know, it takes more work to be inauthentic, right? So your person here, your Aries, they might be doing a good job right now, but they're still in your energy. All right, Taurus. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know what's going on with you and a Taurus, but definitely you got them boggled. I don't know what to do. It kind of feels like you might be dealing with some stagnancy here with a Taurus too. Feels like they're shutting down a little bit. I don't know how to feel about the situation. I don't know how to feel about what you said. I don't know how to feel about what I did, if that was the case, if they did something. But you do have a Taurus here that's kind of shutting down. It feels like unfinished business, but it's not something that I would wait around for. And because if you decide to move on, more likely this person might then decide to figure it out. Gemini, I want you back. So Gemini, somebody clearly does want you back. And this is in the position of Gemini. So another Gemini, it seems like you guys might be mingling and talking again. Cancer, I don't know what to say to you. I got to figure it out. I don't know what to say. Either I effed up, I lied, I wasn't being honest with you, of course, but, I don't know what to say. So I'm avoiding your calls, or I'm not wanting to face accountability, right? Or I don't know what to say could even be like, I don't even know what to say to what you're asking me. I don't know, I just clearly just don't know. Right. So that's kind of an energy that's hard to deal with. Leo, will you ever make things right? All right. So Leo here is clearly feeling like, you need to make something right to them. All right. And so they're holding on to a grudge, and Leo's a fixed energy. If their heart's been hurt, they're definitely going to hold on to that grudge. But because they're holding on though, right, you're taking up space, right? Do you remember that too? That's also holding on to something takes more work than letting go. All right. And we have Virgo. I don't know how to let you go. All right. So Virgo is clearly realizing that this is becoming difficult, right? This is heavy, that 9 of Wands. It's like, I know maybe I should. I know, but my heart's in it. And Virgo was very big. You had the Hermit card. So it's just like they're struggling with it. I think a Virgo really feels like it's the best thing to do is to let go. All right. But what do you do when you just can't, right? That's why, tarot, you guys are all here. It's hard to let go of somebody that you love. Libra, I want to make amends, right? So Libra's ready to heal things, shake hands for what it's worth. You're important, or you were important to them. There's no reason why we should walk away with bad feelings. But also, I want to make amends could even be, I just don't like the way this feels, not being in your life. Scorpio, I'm not over you. All right. So Scorpio takes a long time to get over you. They may be hiding. They may be repressing their feelings right now. I'm not over you. I don't know what to say. If they're holding back, you can't chase them. They'll just go further into the dirt and hide under a rock. But just know that it is coming up here that I am not over you. Sagittarius, we are not right for each other. And so either you guys know it, you guys seem to bump heads, you guys are opposites. We seem to get each other into trouble, or we seem to cause trouble, or we both have something going on in our life that, it's just causing, a lot of friction for both of us. So is it worth what we're doing, right? It just feels like we're fighting this, but we're also fighting each other. Capricorn, I know I made a mistake, right? But I'm not sure if they're ready to admit it. Aquarius, I watch your social media, all right? Keep tabs on you, all right? And Pisces, I wonder how you feel. So Pisces is definitely eyeballing you as well too, wondering what's going on, seeing what you're looking like, what you're wearing, how you're feeling, and testing the waters. All right, so Pisces might get ready to reach out. All right. All right, let's see. We have Cancer. Cancer at 40. All right, Cancer. Let's do this for my Cancers. Where are my Cancers at? Need my Cancers. All right, let's see. Cancer, 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 Cancer. Show yourself. All right, so who's still haunted by this connection and will they return? Let's see. Be specific. All right, you have an Ace of Wands, right? So a lot of passion between you and this person. Fire, you guys like to talk together, communicate. Three of Pentacles. It could be somebody also that, you know, you have worked with before. You've been in the same group. You have a lot in common. All right, you share a lot in common. So you guys you guys groove well together. You get along well together. I have Six of Cups. So this is somebody that has a lot of great memories of you. Somebody that, you know, could be a good friend, somebody that was really good friends with you. Maybe it was the wrong time, wrong place. And now, you know, they've always eyeballed you, always thought about a relationship with you. So this really does feel like something needs to get off the ground. The seeds were planted a while back, Cancer. There could have been strong sexual energy. You guys really felt good for each other. You guys may have had a moment together. It could have been a simple, small moment, or it could have been many moments. All right. But I am seeing somebody here really is trying to figure out a way to work this so that you guys can either get things started again, get the fire started, or reignite the passions. All right. So let's see your person. We have the Moon card, Cancer. All right, so it's clear that somebody, you know, late at night, I was thinking nighttime, always thinking about where you at, you know, what would it be like, or if we were together, right? So this is somebody who could be dreaming about you. You could be popping up in their dreams. And when that happens, even for you, a lot of the times, it's because you can't get your mind off somebody. And when you're thinking about them constantly all day, subconsciously, they're running around in your brain. And so they're going to show up while you're traveling, while you're sleeping, right? They're gonna jump on. All right, so I do get this energy of something manifesting between you and this person. This may be coming to fruition sooner than you think. And I am seeing somebody here still has a little bit of fears. This card always does bring up some fears about what if. Maybe you moved on. Are you still the same? Do you still feel the same? Are we the same? Can we make things the same? So there's a lot going on, a lot of still questioning with this person here. And it could be a water sign as well. It could be a Pisces. Just wondering what you're up to. And what's their challenge? The Star card. All right. So there is a little bit of distance between you and this person. And this person's still kind of wondering, is there any hope there for us? I don't know if there was a huge falling out between you and this person. Somebody moved, right? Or somebody was going through a lot in their life. The Tower card can be life-changing, crises, circumstances, chaos, right? But, somebody here is still sitting here wondering if you think about them, right? They're thinking about you. And this is one of these cards. You got a lot of major arcana. So you've got a beautiful new beginning coming towards you that I'm feeling, an Aquarius energy. But this is somebody who finds you very attractive, Cancer. And if you have had some sort of major, life change in your life, and now all of a sudden you have come back and you are just better than ever, and you're in the spotlight, right? Whatever that means. You could be just in the local community and you're in the spotlight, right? Or you're famous, right? This person here sees you and they're just wondering if this is where the Moon card comes. Have you just changed so much? Have you moved on from this person, or would you even give this person a chance? All right. So they're doing a lot of hoping here. How do they view you? I see the Five of Cups. So they may have left you disappointed. Right, so they may still feel this hesitancy with you. They may see that, it feels like you're looking good, you're doing your thing, but, is there some sort of grief or unhappiness that happened between the two of you? Were you recently abandoned from another relationship? Does this person still see you grieving that person? But I do see they view you as sort of being upset and disappointed with them. All right, so let's see what's going on. I just want to pull one more card for that. So it's like, I am seeing the Ace of Cups. This person really does want to bring back the love here. You had the Six of Cups here and the Three of Pentacles. So it feels like they're the missing piece, or they want to be your missing piece. All right, is what I'm getting. They want to bring peace to you. Let's see the hidden shadows. So do I want these ones? I don't know if I want. I think I like these ones the best. Aries through Pisces. All right. Aries through Pisces. All right. So these may not resonate with everybody. So only take what does. So make it fit. Aries, I lied to you. All right. And I'm really feeling it. I really feel bad that I lied to you. So maybe you'll get an honest confession from your Aries. All right. Thank you. Taurus, will you ever make things right? All right. So your Cancer is like, look, maybe I think and you're the one that did me wrong. All right. Now, of course, some of you it could be. So it might not be for everybody. But they're waiting for an apology from you. Gemini, you didn't see my tears. All right. So Gemini really trying to fake it like they weren't hurt. It really bothered them losing you or whatever's fallen out between the two of you. All right. So they're still mourning this. They're still grieving this. And, maybe even questioning whether they made the right choice. Cancer, I don't want to know. All right. So somebody in your energy doesn't want to know if you've moved on from them, if you've changed, if you don't think about them the same anymore. So it's just a sort of, if I don't know the better, I feel safer in the silence type of energy. All right. So that's definitely another Cancer. Leo, I want you so badly. All right. So you got a Leo pining over you, Leo watching you, Leo keeping tabs of you. All right. So they're definitely extremely attracted to you and want you. All right. Virgo, in that moment, I just didn't care. So it looks like you have a Virgo that's realizing that they impulsively did something, said something, and the way they reacted, they weren't thinking, they didn't care, obviously. And so now they're feeling the consequences. All right, Libra, we're seeing I saved your text and messages. All right, so you got a Libra here still reading over your memories. All right, maybe they'll hit one on accident or hit a text on accident. And it's probably gonna be one of those silly things, right? Where, oops, oh, I thought you were another Frankie, the mechanic I used to know, right? Oh, everybody has a Frankie the mechanic on their phone, right? All right, so. We have Scorpio. I want to start over. I want to break free. I just got Queen song. I want to break free. So to make it like Queen, I am seeing I want to start over with your Scorpio. Right? Was that Virgo, Libra, Scorpio? Yeah. Sagittarius, I can be myself with you. All right, so Sag is starting to realize here that they may have thought the grass was greener, or they're looking for somebody else, or they are with somebody else. But around you, there's nobody like you because they can be themselves with you. It was personal. It happened before. Capricorn, I can't be with you. All right. I just can't be with you right now. All right. So much has happened, or I'm going through something right now, and I just can't do this right now. Aquarius, you broke my heart. All right. So Aquarius is still, healing, grieving, and dealing with the heartbreak. Pisces, I pretend that you don't mean that much, right? But eventually they'll crack because, like I've said in the past readings, the more you pretend to not be what you are, the more it's going to feel weird and awkward, and somebody's going to be able to read you, right? And then you might crack. All right, Leo. All right, is everybody trick-or-treating? Where is everybody? Come on in, say hi. Tell me where you're at, where you're from. Make sure to say happy birthday to Scorpio. If you want to win a personal reading, also you can click that QR code if you want to read in, or check out my candles if you want to get your Scorpio box. All right, a candle box, a handmade. All right. Let's see. I'm going to do 50 for Leo. All right. Let's see. Leo. Leo. Where's my Leos? Leo Venus. Yes. Hello, Bogdanka. You're welcome. All right, don't forget to check out your individuals. I've been putting a lot more into the individual videos lately. Gives me more creative room, and I don't know, I just feel like I like doing the individuals. So make sure to check out those. All right, Leo. All right, Leo. So who's in your energy? Who's still haunted by you? You got 9 of Cups here. Water sign. All right, 3 of Swords. All right. Somebody here still healing from the separation with you or the disappointment that's happened between the two of you. All right. They may be acting. Again, this is one of these, you know, not so much even acting like I don't care. It looks like your person really is doing some healing. Your person's focusing on their own happiness and just, you know, maybe they're starting to see life differently right now. They may miss talking to you, communicating with you. There was a lot of passion there. Things may have gotten out of control, a little intense between the two of you. And, you know, this is somebody here, though. It looks like good energy coming your way. And it feels like somebody that you've been trying to manifest in, even with this energy, this card here. It's like you desire this person, Leo. So let's see them. All right, I got the Knight of Swords. So you are getting an air sign. All right, this is somebody here that's coming in with a mission. All right, very clear-headed, has a purpose, wants to talk things out. But this, to me, sometimes this guy can be argumentative. It's like, you know, ready to declare war, you know. It's like I'm always prepared for an argument, right? So it feels like, you know, defensive, you know. And it's like what, you know, but I want to make something clear. I want to get something off my chest. So I really have something to say to you. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and this person may be feeling honestly like you know, you owe them something. You owe them an apology, especially because the 3 of Swords underneath the 9 of Cups. It's like this person's hurting. Their heart was hurt. They may have felt like you said something and maybe you didn't mean it, right? You were this can be a sarcastic energy. You said something and this person fought back and said something to you, maybe irrationally, and didn't mean it. All right. So things may have gotten heated with you guys. That's why it caused the separation. All right. But I do have somebody here that wants to defend themselves, Leo. All right. And I'm getting the 4 of Cups, their problem, their challenge, right? This person, you know, maybe feels like you're not seeing the love they're giving them. You're not seeing the attention that they're giving them. All right. You know, this feels like what you say you want, I try to give you, but you never, it's never enough. You never see it, right? But you guys are just missing the point with each other. So it does seem like we need to have a talk about what we both really need here, right? Because this is somebody that's feeling stuck, feeling unhappy, feeling discontent about, you know, what's going on between the two of you. It doesn't feel right. Now, this person feels like they have been victimized, right? They feel like the victim of this story. Now, I know you guys can turn this around and change it around, but I'm going to keep it for the card's sake. But I am seeing here that somebody here really feels like they were the one that were victimized. They were not the one at fault. All right. And it does seem like there's love there and they want to defend themselves, right? So we do have them coming in doing that. So how do they view you? I see the Lovers card. I don't know if you're doing your thing with somebody else. I don't know if you have other lovers or you had to make a choice and you didn't choose them, or for whatever reason, it feels like this person's in love with you, and for whatever it's worth, they pulled away. They're not acting like they're in love with you, or they're staying silent, but it looks like they want to come back and say something. You give it another chance. But I'm seeing you as somebody that might have your eye on somebody else. Maybe they feel like you did them wrong. There was a third party. All right. So that's what I've got. And I've got Gemini energy here for you. All right. And strong air energy. Somebody really desired you. And the 3 of Swords just really felt heartbroken by what happened. Maybe they cheated on you. Maybe there was a third party on their side. But it feels like they want to clear the air because they're not happy with what's going on here, where they're at. Let's see Aries through Pisces. Aries through Pisces. A little snug. I feel like I'm more part of, I kind of feel like I'm part of Harry Potter. Oh, I forgot to wear her chain. I have a chain that's hers. I forgot to put that on. Is today Wednesday? Today is, I don't know. Today is Halloween. Wed Fri. All right, Aries. I miss being with you. All right, it's clear. You and Aries have some fire together, very passionate. And, you know, no matter what's going on between the two of you, there is something that draws you guys together. You guys think about one another. Taurus, we see I miss seeing you. All right, Leo, you know, so I don't know. It seems like no matter what's happened between you and this person I'm picking up on, you guys, the sexual chemistry, and you guys like each other enough that you're willing to get over it. You know, that 9 of Cups. So somebody you're manifesting in, regardless of what's happened between the two of you, it seems like that's not important. It seems like having you back in my life is more important. Gemini, leaving you hurt me too. All right, so there it is. So you both kind of grieving, you know, the separation that you're having. Both are sad, maybe both trying to heal. All right, Cancer, I've been here before with others, right? So Cancer just feels, you know, maybe they were betrayed. Maybe they saw some red flags in the relationship. Maybe they just got triggered and they really were focusing and thinking that something was going to turn into the same as it was before. Leo, will you ever make things right? So Leo, I'm getting the story here with your Leo, thinking that, you know, are you going to make things right with me? So who my Leo's messing with? Who you guys cheating on? Who you guys, right? I know it could be the other way around, but I am getting that vibe here that somebody feels hurt by you, and you had another lover, all right? Or maybe you didn't make the right choice, right? And they felt they were the right choice. So 6, we have Virgo. I don't know what you want. So Virgo feels kind of confused. They feel like maybe 1 minute you do act like you want them, you are into them, and then, you know, maybe you're unhappy or you're confused or, you know, you're upset about something. And so they can't just, it just seems like they just can't figure out what you want. It can't make you happy. Libra, I am different now. So it does look like Libra is made some improvements, right? They want to declare them to you. So it's like, I'm different, but you're the judge, right? You have to be the judge of that. Scorpio, I lied to you. All right. So Scorpio over here is saying, I wasn't being honest with you. I didn't tell you. I wasn't telling you what was going on. And, you know, so that's that. All right. And Sagittarius, I am not over you. All right. So Sag clearly is not over you, clearly has fire with you too. I'm seeing the fire signs really come together this past couple months. I don't know, you know, especially maybe even with the Mercury retrograde coming in, but the fire energies seem to be very attracted to each other. Capricorn, I wonder how you feel. All right. So they're really wondering if you still think about them, see them the same, or if you're interested, or how do you feel about whatever they said to you or what they texted you. Aquarius, I'm seeing I watch your social media. So Aquarius keeps tabs of you. That's clear. And Pisces, you inspire a Pisces to grow. So Pisces may be kind of reminiscent, but also reviewing, you know, some of the mistakes or some things that they maybe need to better themselves with, you know. So you're helping them, you're inspiring them. Somebody pretends that they don't care. All right, that's kind of a theme today. Let's see, it's perfect time. Hello, Angel. So I'm doing super chats after this, but I'm only going on for about an hour, guys, because I want to do trick-or-treating. So it is a limited list. If you want to jump on, get on the list, because as soon as I go to that live stream, I'm probably going to put up questions closed, because I want to get use of my costume. All right. And some people already paid, so I put it up. So let's have fun. All right. So 50, let's see, 1 for Virgo. All right, Virgo time. Virgos. Virgo. Who is returning in Virgos? Who's still haunted by you? That's what I'm looking at. Who's still haunted by you? Who still thinks about you? And will they return? Yeah, I didn't get any trick-or-treaters last year when I was at that other place, but this place is bigger, the neighborhood, and there's full of kids, and everybody's got their stuff up, and I've got some stuff up, so I was like, yeah, I gotta do it. Hi. All right, Virgo. All right, Virgo. Who's still haunted by you? Who still thinks about you? I got the Ten of Cups. Somebody here that you may have had a relationship with. You guys were together once. You know, maybe you guys had talked about long-term plans, marriage. You know, maybe both of you were in other relationships and you saw each other as, you know, maybe at some point we can be together. You know, it's one of those, you know, I wish we were still together. So there's got a lot of marriage energy around it for some of you. So you can check out if that's not so far. But it does feel like, you know, we were married, or we talked about marriage, or we were already married, but wish that we had not been, right? We could be with each other. So I see the Four of Swords. So there could be no contact, separation. And somebody here really, really reminiscing, all right, over what could be between the two of you. Still kind of thinking about the possibilities of where this could have gone. All right. Let's see your person. The Ace of Swords. All right. Well, somebody clearly is starting to see, you know, a little bit of time out between you and another person. So they're starting to see their truths. They're starting to see clearly. They're starting to miss, you know, the possibilities of a relationship with you. Maybe what you gave to them, you know, what you provided. You know, also, you know, maybe they just, you know, are ready to take that step, you know, and they weren't before. It looks as though they want to clear something up with you. So you are getting, you know, this communication coming your way. Somebody wanted to talk to you, and that's got an urgency to it. Their challenge, right? The Nine of Swords, they have a lot of regret, but it's eating them up. It's like you have somebody here, you know, can we make it work still? What happened? Why did this happen? You know, you see somebody when they're napping, sleeping, they're, you know, sort of thinking about the comforts in the future and the relationships you've had. So they would think about the relationship, you know, but the Nine of Swords, did I screw up? Was there dishonesty? Was, you know, there somebody feeling a lot of shame for the way they treated you? You know, just a lot of pain here. So somebody may be or has been, and if they're in a relationship with somebody else too, this is somebody that still regrets the pain they caused you, or that was caused between the two of you. All right. And it really may hurt this person that you're not together. You know, did they lie to you? You know, did something happen where you guys just don't even know what happened? Things just spiraled. All right. But it felt like you guys maybe did all you could do. And, but now somebody's seeing clearly, you know, we need to clear something up. How do they view you? The Chariot card. They may feel like you are moving on. You're doing better than this person is. You might be traveling. You know, maybe you've gone through some sort of shift or change. You put yourself together, picking up the pieces. Maybe you bought a new vehicle. You're acting like I'm good to go, you know, but it does, you know, this person seems to want you to return. They wish you would return. But the Nine of Swords tells me, I don't know if this is salvageable. There's a lot of forgiveness that needs to happen here in this relationship. Cancer energy. So this person may feel like it's just not the same. You don't see them the same. And I see the Two of Swords, you know, looking at this person here is just like, I don't know, you know, I want to reach out. I want to see where this goes. My heart's telling me to do it, but I really do feel like Virgo might be better off without me. Right? You may be doing a lot better without them, because it does seem like you're looking better. Maybe you're healing, getting over something. Maybe you're trying to move on with somebody else. Right? It just seems like, you know, there's a air of victory here. Like you have made it, right? picked yourself up, and this person may be not wanting to get in your way. All right, they don't want to hold you back. Right? But they're torn though with the Two of Swords. It says, you know, my heart wants to, but I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't. All right. So let's see. Aries through Pisces. See if I can get anything more with that. Cancer is really strong for you, Virgo. And it sort of feels to me like for you to come up as the Chariot card, you went through some battle to get there. All right. It was really hard for you to get to where you're at. And this could be why this person just doesn't want to sabotage you, or is just really, and if you're doing better than ever, this person kicking themselves in the ass because they could have had that. All right, Aries through Pisces. Remember, we are looking at who's still haunted by you. So it's an ex or a past person, all right? Mercury retrograde. We're in the shadow, but it's going to be hitting us here soon, full blown. Aries, I know more than you think, all right? So Aries has been keeping tabs and knows what's really going on. So whatever that means to you. Taurus, I still feel the pain. So Taurus hasn't completely healed from whatever's gone down between the two of you. Gemini, I wonder how you feel. How do you still feel about me? Have you moved on? Cancer, I compare others to you. So Cancer is very strong for you, Virgo. And it feels like I can't move on. I feel like every time I connect with somebody, you know, they have to somewhat be, you know, like you, look like you, be like you. But I definitely am, they compare to, you're their standard. Leo, I want you so badly. So Leo's ready to take action here. Virgo, I can't be with you. All right. So this could be you, you know, just, I can't be with you. I can't do this again. Right. If something really messed with you, something really hurt you. And it also is telling me I can't be with you right now because I'm in another relationship. So this is what's going on here. It's like, it's so difficult. And the regret, the pain is coming in, and I just can't be with you right now. All right. So Libra, I don't know what comes next. I can't, you know, obviously their energy is pulling them towards you. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm hoping, you know, for the best. Scorpio, I feel so drawn to you. So Scorpio still has this magnetic pull towards you and has not cut ties. Sagittarius, I still have feelings for you. There's no doubt that you may, if you're feeling them in your energy, you know, trust yourself. Capricorn, I watch your social media. I'm keeping tabs. Aquarius, I'm not financially stable. All right, so this is a big one for your Aquarius. It feels like I define myself by what I have, what I do, and I don't feel ready for anything else. Pisces, we're more alike than I'd like to admit. So you and a Pisces here, you've got them reflecting on, you know, if they've said things or pointed fingers at you, they're starting to realize that they're not too different from what they're saying either. You guys got a lot in common. All right. Hello. So hello, Anne. I saw Anne that came in. I saw Melissa came in. Terry, Night Drive, Jeff. Hello. Just wanted to like say hi and let you know I see you guys. Scorpio Embassy, Night Drive, I see, and hope you're having a great time in New Orleans. She's in New Orleans right now for Halloween. How amazing. All right, Libra. All right, Dr. Sky. All right, Libra. 110. Hello, Crystal. All right. Libra. I don't know. Maybe you have to check your notification bell. I'm noticing that is very low today, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I've been, you know, my videos have been, my recorded videos seem to be getting out there, but not my Allsigns. So I don't know. You may have to reset your notification bell. All right, let's see. All right, you have the Chariot card, Libra. All right, so Cancerian energy, 7 of Cups. All right, and I'm seeing here, you know, somebody here that's got you on their mind, thinking about where things can go with you, still thinking about where things can go with you. All right, they want this. You know, but there is an air of uncertainty, like, you know, maybe somebody was always leaving you questioning, leaving you guessing, right? And so we do have this energy of somebody keeping their options open, you know, and that can be uncomfortable. All right. And I'm seeing, you know, this is somebody here that's still in your energy, and there's still possibilities to see it go somewhere. But there's also an energy of dealing with somebody who's kind of doing their own thing, you know, freedom, you know, and wants to explore. And so this could be why, you know, are they returning, but is there anything different? I do see they are returning. You got a fire energy. You have Aries, Leo, Sag. You have somebody here who likes your attention, likes the attention of others, somebody who does well for themselves, somebody who could be very popular, all right, very successful. And you see them wanting to return, and, you know, they're probably going to make you feel good. You know, they like to make you feel good. They're, you know, they're very charming, very fun to be around. And, you know, especially it's like a free spirit in a way too. And it looks like this person looks really good, and they know it, and they know there's a strong attraction between the two of you. So let's see what the challenge is. I see the 3 of Wands. All right. So I do feel like this person likes to travel. This person could be at a short distance. This person likes to keep moving. And, you know, this person still keeps their options open, right? The sky's the limit for this person. They're not sure where they're going. They're sort of exploring, seeing what's out there. So you have somebody here that wants to return, somebody here that still thinks about you, somebody here that actually caught feelings with you. All right. So you're not just an option with this person. You know, although they're not ready to commit, it seems like they do see you as the shinier object. You were the best of the best, right? So they're coming back around. And they can't get enough of you. But the problem is, the challenge is the 3 of Wands. It doesn't really ever go anywhere with this person. Now, how do they view you? The Death card. All right. So they feel like it's not going anywhere. They feel like it's over, or it's ended, or you're finally changing. Maybe you have ended things, or you're going through some change and you're putting something to an end. Because this does seem like somebody, Libra, that does really, and they're charming. They're very attractive, and, you know, they can get your attention every time they come in. But it's okay, you know, yeah, you think I'm the best one out of all your options, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna, you know, keep, you know, hanging out with you and waiting for you to choose me either. You know, you got to decide. So your person is kind of showing up as the same as before. All right. I got Cancer energy. I have Scorpio energy. I have strong Leo, Aries, Sag energy. Aries through Pisces. Oh, I see it. You're talking about membership. I got you. Yeah, Mercury retrograde's coming in, guys. So just watch for your subscriptions, watch for, you know, little mishaps like that, because it's gonna happen. Aries, we are not right for each other, right? We know it. We trigger each other. We have a lot of spice between us, but you know that there's just something, we're just not right for each other, right? But we're addicted. It feels like an addiction. Right. Taurus, I miss seeing you. So you have a Taurus that wants you around, but remember the reading I just did kind of seems like, you know, I miss seeing you, but what are we going to do about it? Is it going to go anywhere this time? Gemini, I've been here before with others. So it seems like this is a pattern of Gemini. Gemini is a repeater. What is a repeater? There's something, there's a saying, right? But that's what I'm getting with your Gemini. So you got another, you know, loop to do. Let's go back around and do this again. All right, Cancer, I have too much to lose right now. So it feels like your Cancer here is trying to hang up, whatever was going on between the two of you. They have a job, they have a family, or they're working on something and they just don't want to get caught. Leo, I miss being with you. All right, so we got a Leo doing the same thing too. Repeat offender. Thank you, love you. I miss being with you. So your Leo here wanting to come around. Now I'm not saying these can't be practical or these can't turn into something, but I'm looking at the reading that I just did, and it was showing the Three of Wands as the challenge, which says it's hard for me to move on from you, but yet we don't go anywhere. All right. So Virgo, I took the easy way out. So Virgo, you're dealing with a runner. All right. Libra, I can be myself with you. So you have a Libra coming around here too. And you definitely, Libra, have somebody who feels very comfortable with you. Like I said, you're the one that is obviously the winner here, but your person here is just not ready to commit, okay? But they can be really open with you and be totally real with you. Scorpio, I am recovering. All right, so they're going through some recovery, whether it's a personal this relationship or just, healing of some sort. Sagittarius, you broke my heart. All right, so there's some heartbreak there between you and the Sag. They're still healing as well. Capricorn, I still feel the pain. All right, so Capricorn here, maybe trying to null it, hide it, but they are still feeling it, okay? And Aquarius, I want to start over. I want to go back to where we were at. All right. Pisces, I need to focus on my healing. All right. So we are getting a lot of that in this reading. There's a lot of needing to kind of heal from whatever you guys went through together. All right. Let's see. Aw, Angel. All right, Scorpio, and I do just want to give a little shout out. All right, Crystal, for coming back. Got you. It's my members. Tuesdays, Thursdays, depending on which tier. I did just put an announcement up there in the membership, so you should make sure to read through that. But yeah, you know what to do. Welcome back. Remember, my membership is a come and go as you please. All right, but I can't always tell when you guys are signing up and not until like a day or two later. YouTube takes forever to process things, right? Let's see. We are on Scorpio 119. All right. Manchester, UK. Thank you. Make sure to share, like, subscribe, hype. Check all those cool things to help the channel. Scorpio. Happy birthday, Scorpios. Happy birthday to you. Make sure to say happy birthday to yourself on this video if you want to win a personal reading. All right, Scorpio. All right. Well, Scorpio, you have a Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. Somebody definitely thinking about you, pondering about, seriousness of this relationship. But I got the Devil card, Scorpio, underneath that. So you are dealing with somebody here that's power hungry. All right. They could be jealous. They could be just love material wealth. They focus on gaining status and wealth. And there's, there's nothing wrong with that. But the shadow side of the Queen of Pentacles can be somebody who is just money hungry, right? And power hungry and overindulgence, and can be controlling and possessive too, right? And it also can be codependent energy. So, but they may, I don't know, this could be some time has gone by and somebody has done some growing, some healing. You have Virgo energy here. You have Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, very strong earth. So it looks like somebody's gone down a road here. Maybe there was some addiction, dealing with addiction, all right, with this person. Maybe there was another person involved, third party. So let's see them now, their energy now. 3 of Cups. All right. So we're looking at somebody celebrating, somebody in a happy place, and somebody wanting to get together, good times. This could be somebody that you shared a lot of good times with, had a couple drinks, maybe date, maybe wanted things to, go get serious, So let's see what the challenge was. The Wheel of Fortune. You got a very karmic-y situation here. How do they view you? The Page of Cups. All right. So it feels like you're innocent in this. But this person may have had issues with status, like I said, materialistic. And there could have even been a little bit of uncertainty with this person. This person was very much 3D, and that's it. I'm in the matrix, all right? This person not very spiritual who's coming towards you, but they may have triggered you. You may have, felt this connection with this person, but you were dealing with somebody that needed to really wake up. Now you have the Hermit card here. So it is telling me that this person may have changed. All right. So I do see the Wheel of Fortune and the Devil showing up, which tells me, there's something karmic-y here. There's a karmic partner here. All right. And they're wanting to say hello, communicate with you, connect with you. All right. There's still some love. There's love for you. They still admire you and connect to you. But you may have felt like you did something wrong in this connection, but it feels as though you're really innocent in this connection. This person's attracted to your love. Somebody needs to grow a little bit, do a little bit of self-reflection. You're trying to connect with somebody, or you were in the past with somebody that was more about possessions and material things in life. They weren't, and so they chose over this. They may have chose to be with somebody for money. They may have chose to follow their dream. They may have chose to rather than choose in love. So they made some bad choices in the past, which is the problem. And they're dealing with their karma. So I do see this person coming back around, of course, because why? Drawn to your energy. You may be a little bit younger than this person. All right. And I have the King of Wands. So this person may have stepped up. There could even be a little bit of ego, pride that was there. But somebody does want to see a future with you or see where things go. But I can see that. Just be careful with this one. All right. Because I am getting that somebody wants to be back in your energy. And you're so loving and giving to this person. But you might be being naive with this person. All right. So let's see Aries through Pisces. Maybe they are seeing, maybe they've learned. I do see that the Hermit card. All right. The Hermit card can be somebody who over time has awakened and realized, you know, that what they thought would bring them happiness isn't bringing them happiness. All right. That can be material things, money, power, success is not bringing me happiness. So maybe now they're seeing that, you know, and they're learning their lesson. But in the past, it seems like they were, I mean, they're really learning their lessons. Let's see, Aries through Pisces. All right. I don't want to let you go. Too bad, buddy. Especially if they haven't grown. All right. Let's see. All right. I don't know what you want, Aries. I don't know what you want. I don't know what to give you. All right. You know, it's kind of hard because you're very easy. You know, you're the Page of Cups, Scorpio, in that reading. So that's telling me that you're not that easy to please. So why are you, I mean, the Devil and the Queen of Pentacles can be somebody that is just too serious too, and you know, and I don't know. And it's like, you know, come on, let's just, I don't know. All right. So I don't know what you want because you're being too, this person's not reading you. This person's not connecting with you. It doesn't seem like it takes much to please you. All right. Taurus, I pretend that you don't mean that much. So you got Taurus here, also an earthy energy that's sort of holding back and being stubborn. All right. But they are attracted to that energy. All right, Gemini, I watch your social media. All right, so I keep tabs on you. That's another thing, you know, it's like, why didn't, there must have been something, maybe you were naive, maybe you were creative, maybe you were just playful, and somebody was serious about life. And I feel like maybe somebody chose somebody else because they felt like, you know, you wouldn't make them look good, right? Tough shit. Tough shit. Lay in your bed. I'm really owning this costume. I was watching a clip of Wednesday Addams, and the girl said, "Why do you look like somebody's dead?" And she goes, "Just wait." All right, Cancer. I don't know how to feel, right? So Cancer is like, I can't let go of you, but I don't know what to feel. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about this, right? You know, come on, Cancer, figure it out. Leo, I don't know. I know you don't feel the same. So Leo's feeling like you're just not the same as you were before. Yeah, I know you don't feel the same. All right, they can just tell. It's once you've changed, Scorpio, it's like there's no going back to who you used to be. You know, you're always going to level up from everything that happens, especially if you're trying to evolve. Virgo, we are more alike than I want to admit. So you and Virgo are playing the same game. So whatever you're doing, you're playing the same game. All right, you guys are going to keep doing it until somebody decides to. Unless, of course, you guys like the game. All right. Libra, I feel so happy with you. And so Libra really likes your company, likes your attention, and feels drawn to you. So maybe you are softening up somebody in your life, right? Scorpio, I daydream about a life with you. Okay, so another Scorpio here seeing a future. Sagittarius, I compare others to you. It's really hard to move on from you. Capricorn, I'm not financially stable. So there's the other earth energy that they could be more worried about that. And that's what's happening. You know, they're not seeing the whole spiritual connection thing. They're more worried about practical reality. But that doesn't always bring, you know, happiness. We need a balance. All right. So I'm going to be real with you. You need a balance. All right. Aquarius, leaving you hurt me too. All right. So you both are still feeling the pain. And Pisces, I pretend that I don't care. All right. I pretend, you know, they're really holding back. All right. Happy birthday, Scorpio. All right. Sagittarius. 130. All right. I love you. I love you too. I love you. All right, Sagittarius. All right. Sagittarius. Let's see. All right. Sagittarius. Gemini is 29. All right. All right. So somebody you're in no contact with. Two of Cups. You may have had a recent date. It seemed like, or your conversation, it seemed like everything was going well. And then somebody pulled away their energy. Right. The Six of Swords. Right. It felt like something was going good. Something didn't get off the ground. Right. I don't know. I'm feeling like there's somebody maybe just be recouping, resting, and taking some space here. Not sure. Let's see. Before I go too far in, let's see. Six of Wands. So you got somebody that's very fiery, very successful, and somebody that's doing their thing. All right. It looks like they want to return to your energy. This person was attracted to you, likes your attention, still wants to see things go. I feel like you thought maybe this relationship was going to step up into something else, but all of a sudden somebody went quiet. I really do get this feeling that somebody's just given this space. There was a nice meeting between the two of you, or a nice date. It seemed like you guys hit it off. There might be a little bit of traveling. You guys may have traveled together, or they traveled to see you. You traveled to see them. But I just think you're dealing with somebody here that, maybe has a lot going on with this Six of Wands. So this isn't going to be somebody that they might check up, or, after a week, or so, or once a week or twice a week, and say what's up. This feels kind of newish, but it almost feels like something did get off the ground because maybe you got overwhelmed and thought that this person wasn't interested in you. So this could have stressed or caused distance between the two of you. So somebody went silent and no contact. They just needed some space, it seems like. What was their challenge or obstacle? The Queen of Wands. All right. So they may have been under a lot of pressure, but they also may have been feeling like you were applying pressure on them, right? Or demanding pressure. You are the Queen of Wands, so you know what you want, right? So you want what you want now. Very assertive, very confident. That they're very attracted to you. There's no doubt in my mind, because even though it's a challenge, the obstacle is, but there's a competitiveness, and there is your person here, you're competing against other people's attention. So this person may have been in the public eye, or getting a lot of attention, or working a lot, traveling a lot, and you're demanding lots of attention from this person, and this person may have felt under pressure. But they still wanted your attention. And so there could have been some jealousy or some pride issues, or some overreacting that happened. All right. Or sometimes what I think is sometimes you just assume somebody doesn't want to talk to you, and you go ahead and you cut it off before they can, because you're protecting yourself. So that kind of feels like what I'm picking up, Sag. It's like I'd rather call them and see what's up and tell them forget it, because you're assuming they're not interested, but they didn't want to call. But that wasn't the case, and so then they're sitting there like, okay, and so you cut it off because you don't want to get hurt. Now, how do they view you? The Four of Pentacles, right? So there's where it's at. They may feel like there is a control here, and also that you got your heart kind of protected. So you really do need a lot of security. emotional security. And so this person, it seems like they really saw you as somebody they wanted to give it to. All right. But it feels like there may have been, it didn't get off the ground because you may have pulled back your energy as well too, because you got afraid to get hurt. Some shit. I do see a reunion coming in. There was a chance here for this to go somewhere. You guys are still, you know, and you got the Four of Swords. You're seeing here, you know, somebody here that still thinks, you know, sometimes when they're laying here, they're like, I wonder where that could have gone. You know, can we do this again? Could there be maybe a forgiveness here? Or, you know, I just needed a break to really, somebody may have even needed a break just to think about what they want, what they think. But people are so afraid to get hurt that silence, it drives people crazy. People are so afraid to get hurt. All right, so it looks like a possible here reconciliation with somebody that, you know, is still interested. Maybe this will come back around. This person will come back around. So let's see what I get with these ones. All right. Aries through Pisces. All right, Aries through Pisces. Aries, you're doing too much with an Aries. You're trying too hard with an Aries. A balance is needed. You need an Aries to come in and give you some attention. All right. So that's where I'm feeling like there's too much on your side. Right. So I'm getting just back up a little bit. Aries still wants to see where everything's going, where it's going with you. Taurus, a reconciliation is on the horizon. All right. So they still want to see where things are going. It feels like, you know, maybe a little bit of space is given this time to grow. I have a Gemini who doesn't want to see you with anybody else. So if you are in no contact with a Gemini, they suffer if they're definitely feeling it if you are posting pictures that you are with somebody else. All right. Cancer, I'm seeing they're enamored by you. Cancer is in love with you. All right, so I don't know what the problem is here with you in Cancer, maybe just insecurity happening or pressure, but a Cancer is definitely in love with you. Leo, temptations are affecting your love life. Not being able to control your impulses is affecting it with you and a Leo. You guys are triggering each other with this, and, you know, impulsive behavior or just wanting what you want when you want it, and that could be them too. So this is affecting, overindulging is also affecting this relationship. Virgo, they feel a deep connection with you. So Virgo definitely wants to see where this goes. Libra, they fear losing your love and affection. So they are, even though you guys are in silence, Libra does not want to lose you. Scorpio, they are trying hard to earn your love. So Scorpio, it may be trying really hard, Sag. So this is a cross watcher for you. You know, somebody else may be trying to really, another Scorpio, really get you to see them. Right? They really love you. Sag, they're a little too clingy for your taste. Right? Your Sag is a little too clingy for your taste. All right? Now it could go either way. Capricorn, your confidence intimidates them. So Sag, I don't know if you're looking good, doing good, whatever, but you are definitely causing jealousy with your Cap and intimidating them. Aquarius, they're ready to compromise. They want to reconcile. And Pisces, it's just not what it used to be. Intimacy kind of died out between the two of you, and it's almost like you both know it, or maybe, you know, you felt it. All right. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. This is wild. Where is everybody? I swear to God. I'm like, this is, I think, the lowest in the room. And you know, when the video comes on afterwards, it shows me that there was way more people in here than it's showing. My stats show me like 250 people in the room. It's just wild. I think this might be why I'm only going to eventually do videos and not live streaming. Yeah. All right, let's see. Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. All right, so Ace of Pentacles. So something, an earth energy, 5 of Pentacles, maybe somebody here didn't give you an offer. There could have been a rejection. Somebody pulled away. And it seemed like something just didn't get off the ground. It looked promising, right? Very earthy energy. Your person, 9 of Swords, right? So you got somebody maybe regretting that they didn't let it get off the ground, right? Let's see what their challenge is. 2 of Pentacles. Somebody just wasn't sure about taking the next step. They keep going back and forth. It's not that they don't see you. It's not that they don't see you as promising or see you as important or see you as somebody they could have a fresh start with. But I am seeing the 5 of Pentacles. They either feel like they let you down, or you guys just don't have a lot in common, or, you know, they're just not sure if you guys, they're not sure. The Page of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. They could even be feeling a little insecure. Right? Struggling with themselves, struggling with what they want. They are showing up as a page. You know? And it's like, this person is racking their brains because this person obviously cares about you and saw you as very valuable. Let's see how they view you. The King of Cups. All right, so your person may see you as very mature, very loving, very, you know, heartwarming. Your aura, you know, attracts them in, and, you know, you're obviously older, or there's an age difference. But your person here just wonders if you guys have enough in common. Bottom line. It's like they're stuck on, they were always stuck on taking the next step. But they also are stuck on not wanting to regret not seeing where it goes. So you have the Ace, and the challenge is the 2 of Pentacles. It's like, you know, I see you. I see the opportunity here. Am I ready for it? I'm not sure. I just feel like this person's struggling with taking that next step. You got the Page of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. I just don't know if I want to take the next step. Bottom line. And this isn't easy for your person, because they're very drawn to you. You're very loving. You're showing up as the King of Cups, right? Very patient with this person, very caring with this person. You know, you have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here. They feel your love, and they may even know that you love them, you know, or you give them so much. This is a very given energy. But that is it. Your person's just not sure if they want to take the next step. It really is weighing on them, because what if they regret it? And at the same time, you know, they don't want to get stuck in something and regret it, or do something again and then regret it, because they're haunted by the past. They're haunted by something. And that's what I got, you know. And I got the 2 of Swords here. Like, they really do go back and forth. It's like they are just constantly going around in circles in their head. I don't know if I should or I shouldn't. What should I do? All right, but you are dealing with somebody that's being too inconsistent. All right, so let's see Aries through Pisces and see what the hidden truth is. What's going on? Aries through Pisces. I don't want to let you go. All right, so I am getting this energy of, I just don't know what the hell to do. Aries, I feel so drawn to you. All right, so this up in the air is that I know there's something there. I can't figure out why I won't take that next step. Taurus, all right, I hide my feelings. So Taurus is doing a good job here, keeping their feelings to themselves, and it's like, I'm going to assume with the read I just did that I hide my feelings because I'm going back and forth. There's a lot of earthy energy. And I don't want to make a decision that I regret. Gemini, I am in a committed relationship. So I am juggling 2 relationships. And, I'm pulled towards you, but I am in a relationship. Cancer, I'm not financially stable. So the Page of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles is that. I'm not financially stable. I'm struggling. All right. So that's why I'm not coming across as authentic. Leo, I want you so badly, bottom line. All right, Leo, very drawn to you. Virgo, I pretend that I don't care as well. So again, it's easier to pretend that I don't care because I can't make a decision, although it's hurting me, it's stressing me out. Libra, I miss seeing you. All right, so Libra's got you on their mind. There could be a reconciliation coming in. Scorpio, I want you back. The same thing. It seems like they're clear. They do want to take a next step. Sagittarius, we are more alike than I admit. So you could be bumping heads. That could be the problem. Why you guys keep going back and forth. Capricorn, I do love you. So Capricorn, somebody does love you. Bottom line. All right, another Capricorn. Aquarius, I want to tell you so much. So expect a lot of messages from Aquarius. And Pisces, I wonder how you feel. All right, so you got Pisces pondering about if you still think about that. All right, I'm glad you found it too. There are a lot of new subscribers that have been showing up, and I'm so glad you guys have found your way to my channel. It does seem like I'm growing in a different direction. Hello, Learning. Because I've noticed a lot of new comments and new people, right? So welcome in. All right, Aquarius 149. All right, Aquarius. So I'm probably going to start the other live stream earlier, guys, because I'm finishing this up quick. So I might go on it through, as soon as I'm done. I'm not going to wait. I might wait 15 minutes, but I'm not going to stay on long because I want to go trick-or-treating. I want to give out candy. All right. Aquarius. Three of Pentacles, Aquarius. So you do have an earthy energy overall. Somebody does feel connected to you, feel supported by you. They may have supported you at one time. You guys could have worked together, hung out together. You have a lot in common. Maybe share the same hobbies or group connections, community, or you just went to school for the same thing, right? You do the same thing for a living. But it feels like somebody still feels connected to you and they could be missing you. Maybe they missed their chance, right? They didn't speak up. Your person, 8 of Wands, all right? So you have somebody here that's kind of feeling pressed for time. Like, I better hurry up. I might have, you know, to say something to my Aquarius before it's too late. That's what's coming through. It's like, I feel like I really want to talk to them. I should have said something when I had the chance. The challenge, the 6 of Swords, this person couldn't figure out what the hell, which way they were going. So you have somebody here, the 6 of Swords, that, you know, maybe at the time the challenge was they were all over the place. You know, the 8 of Wands, fiery energy, has so much coming at them. Aquarius, they had so many people nagging at them, or a lot of responsibilities coming at them. And the 5 of Swords, they may have felt mentally stressed and pulled in all different directions, you know, and it just feels like, you know, work may have gotten in the way. Other people they support, you know, they could have been, you know, taking care of a lot of people. All right. But it feels like that was what was blocking them from moving on towards you. All right. So how do they view you? The Ace of Cups. So there's clear here. They really want to tell you that, or they wanted to tell you how they felt. All right. So there is love there if you felt it with somebody, but you're wondering why it didn't move on, or they didn't, you know, finally pursue you or push forward. It feels like this person just had so much going on, so many things coming at them at once, and they were under a lot of pressure. But it does feel like this could be somebody really wanting to come around and see if it's not too late for them to give this a chance, right? So for some of you Aquarians, this could be somebody that didn't even get off the ground yet because they didn't have a chance to get it off the ground. Right? Conversation may have gotten confusing with you and this person, out of hand, maybe a lot of texting back and forth, maybe miscommunication, because this person may not have been being authentic with you, maybe trying to hide what was going on in the background, and they were stopping it from moving forward. Maybe they didn't want you to see the mess they were going on. All right, that was going on behind the scenes. All right, so that is what I am seeing. The 3 of Wands is telling me this person here is still on the horizon. It looks like they still want to pursue this connection. Let's see, Aries through Pisces. Let's see. Aries through Pisces. All right, Aries through Pisces. I never want to feel that way again. So somebody you were connected to was really going through it. Whether they had somebody, or, you know, or they were going through some stress with the law, who knows? But Aries, I compare others to you. All right, so you are the apple of their eye. You're the one they want, the shiny object. All right, so Aries is in love with you, infatuated with you. Taurus feels the sexual connection. All right, you guys have very sexual, obviously sexual connections. The tension between you is growing. Gemini admires you. Right, so you do have a Gemini. I do feel like you have somebody, for a lot of you, you have somebody that could be a friend or a coworker that really has more feelings for you than they're letting on. Cancer, I'm not financially stable. I get a lot of Cancers in the house that are not financially stable. They're trying to work on their finances and may not want, you know, you didn't know that, right? It's nobody's biz. All right. Leo, I don't know what you want. All right. They can't tell, they can't figure you out. So they don't trust. Virgo, I don't know how to feel right now. I don't know what to do. I can't even get my bearings. Libra, I want you so badly. All right, so Libra is still very, very attracted to you, almost obsession. Scorpio, I miss being with you. Okay, so Scorpio wants your attention. Sagittarius, I know you don't feel the same way about me that you used to. And Capricorn, I feel so happy with you. All right, so they want to be back around you. Aquarius, I don't know what comes next. Neither do you. Neither do I. All right, it feels like the Fool card. It's like, let's just go for it. It looks like Aquarius might jump in and take action. And Pisces, I do love you. All right, I want you to know that. All right. Happy Halloween, Pisces. All right. You're welcome. I hope you're enjoying the readings. They were supposed to be quick today. Just quick Halloween readings because, you know, it's only going to be the weekend. So, right. So let's see. Let's get a quick reading for Pisces. All right, Pisces. I'm still thinking about you. Still haunted by the connection. What could have been, what never happened, or what has become. All right, let's see. You have an Emperor, Aries energy. All right, so you have a big chief. Somebody here that maybe is stepping up, doing better, Pisces. Somebody who's got a good position. You know, maybe a boss, maybe your boss, right? Maybe somebody who's, you know, got a lot of kids, family man. All right, hopefully, you know, Seven of Cups here, they see a future with you. Hopefully it is somebody who's, you know, separated or single. But we got the Emperor card, and it doesn't matter, but it'll make it a lot easier for you. All right, Aries. So let's see. All right, I'm burning the Capricorn candle too. All right, got a little earthy, devilish energy. All right, Two of Swords, your person. Your person is really, really going around in circles here. All right, what's the problem? The Fool card. All right, I like it so far. You got somebody on the fence. 10 of Wands, though. All right, you're worrying about something. You're carrying too much. You're working too hard for this, right? Or your person thinks you're working too hard. Your person thinks you're working too hard. Right? Kind of lighten things up. It looks like they don't have a chance with you, is what I'm getting. It feels like I'm stuck. All right. It feels like I want to. We don't see things the same way. It seems like I want to spend time with you, but everything seems to be heavy for you. Everything seems to be difficult. 8 of Wands. So I am seeing the 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands for your position. It feels like there's a sense of urgency. You do everything yourself, but you won't accept any help, right? Or you're taking on a lot and you have a lot going on. And this person here, it's confusing this person because you have an Emperor who really wants to help, but doesn't like a lot of chaos, right? So, you know, it seems like they're waiting for the right moment with you. They're holding back, but you've got the Two of Swords. This person here in the Seven of Cups, I mean, they may be just taking a step back to question everything. You know, can I be the one that comes in and helps Pisces? Can I be with Pisces? You know, can we do this? It looks like they want to take that chance, but they are holding back here with that Fool card. And like I said, the Two of Swords is their energy. You've got them wondering, you know, you got them confused. Maybe you say things under pressure. Is that a possibility? You might confuse your person when things get too much, or when you're texting or communicating, you may say things or be under pressure with the energy around you, and you may misunderstand your person too, and that could confuse them. But somebody wants to see and still believes that this relationship can go somewhere. All right, let's look at the Two of Cups. You guys, it's like this person does just want to spend some time alone with you. And maybe you don't have enough time for them, right? Is what I'm getting. So Aries energy is very strong. It could be an Aquarius, the Fool card, Uranus, but anything can change with this energy that we're going into this week. So let's see the hidden truth, Aries through Pisces. All right, I am recovering. Let's see, Aries. I don't want to let you go. I want to see where this goes. All right, so that's your answer there. Taurus. I know I made a mistake, you know, so you got a Taurus here hoping that they can come in and maybe make it right with you. It might be different for each and every one of you, though. You know, I know I made a mistake, but, you know, what can I do to fix it? Gemini, I need to focus on my healing right now. Cancer, I don't know how to feel yet. I don't know what to do with what's happened. Leo, I don't know. I don't want to know. So Leo doesn't want to know what's really going on, if you're really thinking about leaving or not. All right. So it's like they're afraid. Virgo, I pretend that I don't care. Libra, I wonder how you feel. Are you still thinking about me? And Scorpio, I know you're watching me. Sagittarius, I want to tell you so much. Sag about ready to break the ice. Capricorn, Capricorn can still see the moment they last saw you. Aquarius, I understand you better now. And Pisces, I trusted you. All right, so somebody feels betrayed. All right, I love you guys. I am going to jump off. I'm going to be on probably at 3 for the next live so I can get done quicker. I love you guys. Happy Halloween. Hype, like, subscribe. Thank you for being here and have a great holiday. Take care.